time to find out who gets what place, who goes straight to the semifinals, who will go to the cross match.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And well, we are going to start things off with Leenock versus MVP. MVP is already out. He didn't win a single best of 3 today, won only one map. He's up against Leenock.
Yep. You see the last result party knocked Hero out of the tournament.
Yep. Hero is also out now. Doesn't have to play a single game anymore. He's 1-3 in best of 3s and he's on -1 in map scores.
So we're going to see now who has the points and who's leading and how this could shift in our next 2 best of 3s. Probably going to show that up on screen in just a second to refresh you guys. Nope.
We're jumping right into the game.
No time wasted. You guys look up the results yourselves, but MVP is out no matter what. He actually just has to play the series.
Yep. And well, I'm a little bit out on a limb here, but the only thing that could happen that we don't see the game between DRG and Parting is if MVP takes the series with a 2-0. Then the last game would not be needed anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Then Leenock would take 3rd place, Parting would take 2nd, and DRG would take 1st, no matter what the result is.
Yeah, seems to make sense.
But if that doesn't happen, then we have all 2 best of 3. So let's hope for a good match here between Leenock and MVP here at the Blizzard Cup 2012. Between Leenock and MVP, brought to you by Paladin. Starting to the top left of the map, we have our FXO Zerg player, 2-1 in the group. His ideas.
FXO Leenock
wants to get the best map score possible so that he can get that 1st place slot and go straight to the semis.
And he also wants to have the 3-1. He could be tied with his with DRG here, but he lost the direct comparison to the strong MVP player. Starting to the bottom right, we have the Terran starting for Team LGIM. He is already out, but his score, his game here is really important. His idea, of course, is
LGIM MVP.
He disappointed a little bit today. Yeah, playing for the pride. Rest in peace, Terran 2012.
Yep, there's never going to be another Terran champion.
Well, at least not at the GSL. There's still Home Story Cup.
That's true, I forgot about that tournament. That's actually going to be exciting to watch. And MVP, it looks like he's going for Command Center first. Seems to be the plan here. Leenock will likely do the same.
Leenock with a very early drone scout. He wants to know what's going on.
You know, when you're playing with somebody who's the stakes are not very high for that person, they might do something risky or crazy.
Leenock could go for a double hatch before pool.
Yeah, now that he's seen this, this is really important. He could do that. He probably will, in fact.
I mean, going for the hatch first is, of course, a no-brainer.
Yes.
But a double hatch before pool, that's something that you can do when your opponent goes for Command Center first.
Yeah.
Well, you can try, yeah.
He denies the CC.
And the longer...
a little taste of a Protoss mess.
You know, the longer he's able to deny it, well, not that long, but the higher the chances that he actually goes for a double hatch before pool. I actually don't think that he's going to do it. He's getting gas now as well, but at least he's playing it as greedy as possible.
Yeah. Sees the barracks timing here as well. Just wants to see if gas is taken, or if he's going to follow up with 2 barracks, and he will be able to see that gas. Sees it, knows about it.
Sees the refinery, knows what's going on here. And for our MVP, this is really a battle for pride. He cannot advance anymore. It does not matter. The score only matters for the outcome of the group. For Leenock, every single map win is really important here.
You can see the win rates here for the matchup. Pretty closely matched. MVP taking a slightly better win rate. This is an overall all-time, so it's kind of crazy to think about how many games MVP has played throughout his career.
The drone. We have a predator amongst our mates.
Here's some information about Belshir Vestige for these 2 players. Not Too many matches played for these two, 1-1 and 2-2, so both at 50% win rate.
Actually, DRG is just now bringing his stuff to the booth, and he has one of these big smiles on his face. It looked a little bit like he thought he was done. It actually looked like he just realized that he has to play another game later on.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame him. Sometimes the group format can get kind of confusing.
I'm not sure if it's really true, but he had like this goofy smile that he sometimes has on his face, and just carried his stuff to his booth, and
it's
ooh la
possible,
la.
you know, he didn't play in either of this best of 3 or the last one. He might have thought, oh, okay, I don't have to worry.
That's going to be aggression.
Yeah. I mean, going back to DRG, I mean to say that he must have, not that he thought that he wasn't going to play, but that he had to take his stuff out of the booth anyways because all the other booths were used.
Yeah, he had to. But now we have the Roach one, and with the timing that we have, it's going to be a little bit of Roach aggression. He does it before he starts with any kind of speed.
Only 23 drones, and he's got a ton of Overlords made in preparation for this.
And MVP might not be ready for this. Now we have the Roaches, 8
like
in total.
Banshees, but
9.
A little bit delayed.
Yeah, even if he goes into Banshees, the Banshees won't be ready in time to deal with the Roaches immediately. They will pop out while the fight is going on, but Leenock is trying to do damage here and not trying to take down MVP right away. He might cripple the economy of the Terran player, and he's actually committing a lot of resources to this. You can see him now with already 9 Roaches on the map, getting another 3. He will be up to 12.
Yeah, and MVP is actually trying to get a full wall at the front of his base.
And MVP is also completely oblivious at this point.
Yeah, he has no idea. Both watchtowers are taken by the Ling, so he can see the Hellions go around the right side and ignore them. Just move his queens into position.
The Hellions will never scout this, even with the watchtower.
Yep,
he has no clue.
That one Roach is the only thing he sees. One
Roach, and now he should know what's going on. Here comes the Banshee that you talked about. Leertech also going down for Leenock.
There's only 2 Marines in that bunker. He sees all the Roaches now. He raises the depot. At least he should.
And, well, have fun with that, MVP. That is a lot of aggression. Look at this damage output. You can repair that all day.
Does not matter. He just does not have the ability to kill the Roaches. There's not enough damage output on the Marines.
Yeah, exactly. It's only 2 Marines, so he just takes down Harvester after Harvester. He already has 10 kills on the SCVs, and now all of them are gone. The bunker dice is going to burn down. The Harvester count is at this point 25 to 28 in favor of Leenock, who is still heading into Leertech. He's taking down the supply depots of his opponent, and there's the Banshee. But seriously, what is the Banshee going to do? That's going to take quite a while, and MVP is heavily supplyable. He can't even build SCVs anymore.
And he's going to lose another depot. The Roach is killing a Hellion even at the front. Now he's going to try to trade against the Hellions once more, but MVP's just going to run up the ramp. Looks like he may kill another Hellion. Should go for Marines if he's going for a... well, actually, he's going for a Roach speed call up to this, looks like. I thought he might go into Spire Tech from here.
No, he goes into the Roach speed as you just mentioned, and with him killing all those Hellions, it's actually a really good start for him into this game, because now there won't be any aggression by MVP. 11 Harvesters killed. Harvester count, while MVP is going for Cloak, is now 39 to 27. And MVP lost a lot here. Resources lost. MVP lost a few more, but now he's trying to be aggressive with those 2 Banshees that we have, but also double Queen being built for his opponent.
Yeah. And Cloak now halfway done. Cloak is a little bit scary, but with the extra queens, I just don't see it doing too much for him. The Roaches are just going to be able to ignore the Banshees with speed and the damage output they have. Cloak not done yet, so he actually does a lot of damage to the Banshees before they even arrive. That's not good. He doesn't have a bunker anymore, and he's actually adding a 3rd command center. I feel like he may have misread the follow-up here. Did he just perhaps not see those Roaches?
Talking about a follow-up, you know what Leenock could actually do? Now, I kind of doubt that he goes for an Nidus network, but think about it. It could actually be something that he might try to do, because then he has an option to get the queens to the battle. And if the queens are suddenly there, he can transfuse and he can start to go for anti-air.
With Overlord's speed, I think he is just going to use his queens to try to walk across the map and start using that Overlord to spread creep.
He could do that.
But he's not...
He's not using them just yet.
Yeah.
But that is something of an older strategy, and the Overlords are actually getting into position right now. He could start a spread creep. One of them realizes that there are too many Marines, and there we go. Spreading the creep, and he's going to take it. He's going to try.
Oh, these Marines way out of position now because of that Overlord, but the Banshees here are going to do a ton of damage, and suddenly Leenock finds himself a little bit in an awkward position because his queens aren't here yet.
Yeah, he's trying to work against those Hellions, but the queens aren't there yet. They are about to approach now. On the other hand, do we have really some kind of Do he has detection? No, right?
Now he needs to make an overseer.
And that's what he does. Trying to get an
So much
overseer.
damage has been done, man. This is definitely not the follow-up Leenock expected here. He may still be able to take this, but it was not crisp, that's for sure.
Yeah, but he does so much damage. Look at those Hellions. What are they going to do? The only thing that really stands between him and Wind are those Banshees, and now he has the detection, and the Banshees just can't deal with this many Queens. There are too many of them, and they have energy for Confuse as well. It looks like Leenock is going to take this.
Looks like it. The Queens come in here. The Banshee's now trying to kite them off creep. The Command Center has been lifted. He's trying to go into mech here, but he's got a one-base economy, and we all know how that works out.
He can even spread creep towards natural if he wants to. He can spread creep and just drop a creep tumor.
I think he will. He's already spreading it. There's a moment of silence when now the action picks up again. The Queens are going to kill the final Banshee, and Leenock will take game number 1.
Yeah, there is no doubt about that. Even with the tanks that are now being built, it's not enough. He's camping his opponent's production, and just look at the supply here plummeting down for MVP. He's at 5 SCVs. This is game. GG. Game over, and Leenock takes another map win. It's now at +2.
Leenock looking good so far.
Looking really good here.
If he wins this one, does he... Well, if he wins this one, then he's at +2. Parting right now is at +1.
Now he will actually be up a +3 if he takes it.
Okay, so if he takes it, Parting's actually up +2 right now. And so actually it's up to DRG.
It's all up to DRG and Parting how that ends. I mean, at this point, DRG is on 6-3, so it's up +4. If he loses with 2, we could see a lot of movement here in the ranking. Every game counts here. Every single map counts.
Antigua Shipyard is the pick for MVP. No surprise there.
Yeah. And Leenock is ready. He certainly is. Zerg versus Terran. MVP is on 1 win and 7 losses in this group. Ouch.
That's pretty nasty. That's actually horrible.
It really is. I mean, yes, these are the best players in the world, but still.
That's not what most people expected, even with the caliber of players here.
Yeah, not at all. I really thought that he would be one of the main contenders for the first rank in the group.
Well, as it is, Leenock is poised to take him out 2-0 here. He needs this win. He wants to get to the semifinals straight away. Unfortunate for Leenock, he lost to DRG, or he would be in a much better spot right now.
Yeah, but Leenock took a couple of really important games here, and also against DRG he at least won a map. But now he has his second game against MVP, and we are starting with a game in just a few seconds. The countdown is on. Antigua Shipyard, map number 2 between Leenock and MVP here at the Blizzard Cup 2020.